Back of the JS College e-learning platform. So we are going to discuss our fourth unit, second topic of the Indian economy. As I told earlier, that this topic is really the fourth unit is related with the political thinkers of India. In the earlier video lecture, we have seen the economic thoughts of Gandhiji. Now we are going to discuss in this particular video lecture the economic thoughts of the Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay. Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay's political ideology or economic ideology is basically related with the integral humanism, to which we can say the concept of the integral humanism. So let's see what the integral humanism is. Basically, Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay was born in a poor family of Nagla Chandrabhan village near Mathura, UP. He was born on 25th of September 1960. As a child, Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay faced the different difficulties in his family life. After that, he somehow completed his master's degree and then he joined the political career. He wrote the different political career in the political careers. He wrote the different books, and his books include the Samrat Chandragupta, Jagat Guru, and also he critically analyzed the 5-year plans in India. As far as the Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay concern is there, his primary concern in India should be to develop an indigenous development model. Okay, so just like Gandhiji, he proposed his own model for managing the affairs of the economy, and his own model is actually the integral humanism. So he opposed to both Western capitalist individualism and the Marxist socialism, and then through welcoming the Western, but he actually support the Western science, but he was not the staunch believer of the capitalist individualism as well as the Marxist socialism. So he propounded his own ideology, and his ideology is called the integral humanism. Basically, the four objectives of the humankind, according to Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay, are basically it's related with the dharma. Similarly, arth dharma, that is the moral duties. Artha, which is related with the wealth. Similarly, kama, that is desire or satisfaction. And moksha, the total liberation or salvation. So while none could be ignored, and dharma is the basic and moksha is the ultimate objective of humankind and the society. So he claimed that the problem with both capitalism and socialism ideology is that they only concentrate on the needs of the body and mind, and where hence they are totally materialistic in nature. Okay. So he rejected the individualism and supported basically the individual organism. Okay, individual humanism. Okay. What is basically the concept is individual humanism. So according to Upadhyay, that the integral humanism followed the tradition of Advaita developed by Adi Shankara, and non-dualism represented the unifying principle of every object in the universe, and of which humankind was a part. So this claim Upadhyay was the essence of his contribution of Indian culture. So Advaita Vedanta, basically Adi Shankara's Advaita tradition, he formulated his integral humanism. So, what is integral humanism? If we will correlate it with the Gandhi's principle, so integral humanism is almost an exact paraphrase of Mahatma Gandhi vision of future India, and both seek a distinctive as well as this distinctive path for India's, and both these political thinkers actually reject the materialism of socialism and the capitalism alike, and both reject the individualism of modern society in favor of holistic varna dharma based community. Okay, both insist upon an infusion of religion and moral values in the politics, and both seek a culturally authentic mode of modernization that preserves the Hindu value. So, integral humanism contains the visions of politics as well as Swadeshi, and both these ideologies basically support the small scale industrialization of the economies. A small scale industrialization in economies, and it's almost related with it's almost similar or related with the Gandhi's principle and thoughts. But Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay actually rejects the Nehruvian economic policies and industrialization on the ground that they were borrowed uncritically from the West and in disregard of the cultural and spiritual heritage of the country. So basically, Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay actually rejects the Nehruvian thought of economic policies. If we will consider the Deen Dayal Upadhyay's economic thought in a brief manner, so these points will better explain the concept. So according to Upadhyay, the primary concern in India should be to develop an economic model that puts the human being at the core of all decision making. Okay, so all decision making's basic core is actually the human being. Similarly, it is opposed to both Western capitalism and capitalist individualism as well as the Marxist socialism, and it is actually a midway in between these two philosophies. Similarly, he actually welcomes the Western science. Again, we can say integral humanism stresses on all the four attributes of humankind, that is basically dharma, artha, kama and moksha, which we had discussed earlier. So we will further can say that integral humanism insists upon the infusion of religious and moral values in politics. Similarly, it seeks a culturally authentic mode of modernization and preserve the value of Hinduism. So somehow basic concept of integral humanism is adopting the economic model by avoiding both the extreme philosophies of economic thoughts. It is somehow related with Hindus thought process, and it somehow gives the path for moksha also. So he also believes that there should be the morality in politics, and similarly he supported basically the Swadeshi and small scale cottage industries or industrialization in the economy. So the basic idea behind integral humanism is to support the humanity, to support in the country Swadeshi goods, as well as to promote the cottage industries. There should be a midway whereby the individual is also considered, and in both the political extreme and both the economic extreme systems, there should be a midway whereby the individual's role can also be protected, and it should be somehow related with the religion. So this is the overall concept of the integral humanism of Pandit Deendayal Upadhyay. So it's related with the basic concepts. So here we conclude our lecture. Thank you.